Destin here, talking Mass Effect Andromeda yet again. Yes, the CES trailer was brief, but there was some tiny details we wanted to look at, including the Nexus here at the very beginning, which you may have missed. The Nexus is a central, sort of citadel-sized location where the other arcs in the system can travel to and from. Arc Hyperion, for example, holds about 20,000 humans. That's the one you'll be traveling on. You can see more about all the space stations in the Arc and Nexus trailer over on IGN though. Really, this scene is an excuse to watch the Tempest fly around and show off tech. That said, once it lands, we hop right into the menu system. In those menus, we see that Cora and PB are in your squad. We haven't seen much about Cora, but we know she's a female biotic companion. PB, however, is the Asari who's been featured in many of the trailers. On the upper right, we see that Ryder is a recon specialist before quickly switching to PB, who is a rogue academic. Not sure what that means, but I want to know more. She can apparently use existing biotics like Pull and Shockwave, but Invasion is new. We get a look a little later in the trailer at what it can do. Apparently, this ability will infect opponents with an invasive VI-controlled machine swarm that weakens defenses and spreads itself to nearby enemies. Sounds deadly.
Come in. Are you all right? Sam, relay to the Tempest that we're stranded but alive.
We finally get a look at the environment, which looks great, by the way. Scott is talking to Sam, a new companion AI in Andromeda who will help you on missions. This is brief, and then it's back into the menus where the interesting stuff is. Immediately, we can see that the map is available at all times, though we don't know if that means the local map or the galaxy map. The player then quickly dives into profiles. Yes, you can switch on the fly between the different classes called profiles here, and those include Soldier, Engineer, Adept, Sentinel, Vanguard, Infiltrator, and Explorer. We do know that the Soldier class shown here will again deal with weapon proficiency, adding new abilities including the Marksman Focus ability, while adding additional weapon damage, accuracy, damage protection, and clip size to your character. The Engineer profile is similar in that it gives you a boost at each level. We see here at rank 1 that you get a bonus to combo damage, tech construct health, health regen and damage, tech restoration and defense, and access to a combat drone that improves your recharge rate and will self-destruct with an EMP in certain situations. Later on in the trailer, it's also revealed that as you upgrade these profiles by spending skill points, you'll rank up your profiles and unlock new abilities like Technical Overseer. Not much is shown after hopping out of the menus, but the game does highlight that this is a PB mission, her loyalty mission actually, called a Mysterious Remnant Signal. We've seen the mission before, and we've seen this alien race we're messing with here who are referred to as the Remnant, a very tech-oriented race. Also, some screenshots were dropped when this trailer came out, and one has PB holding a revolver. This would be a first for the Mass Effect series. Then it's back into those menus. Right away we see that there are 3 skill trees we can build upon: combat, biotics, and tech. This time they show us the tech tree, so we'll have to wait to see how combat and biotics level another time. On the right in this menu, we see that we have abilities equipped including Overload, Flat Cannon, and Remnant VI. Once he hops in, things get really interesting. We learn that Overload is still great for taking down shielded synthetic enemies and can be charged now, allowing it to chain to additional targets. A ton of important powers, some from past games, are then quickly scrolled by, including Incinerate, Assault Turret, Cryo Beam, Energy Drain, and Tactical Cloak. But let's talk about the passive abilities they stopped on. Passive upgrades like Auxiliary Systems here improves your tech power and tech construct effectiveness. There's Offensive Tech, which makes your tech powers do more damage, and Team Support, which is actually at rank 4 here, and dramatically improves your team's stats like Shield, Shield Delay, Shield Regen, and your tech construct's health regen. Invasion, we mentioned earlier, and it infects enemies. Remnant 6 is very leveled for this player, and it allows you to deploy a retrofitted Remnant Observer that repairs itself over time, cloaks when critically damaged, and counts as a tech construct. The one they choose to level up is Flamethrower, which happens in a Mass Effect 3 style leveling system, and it's nice that they have this little video showing off what each upgrade does. Then we briefly see that you can choose which slot your ability goes into with Y here, a nice touch for user friendliness, and we see that they unlock that ability mentioned before. Finally, at the end, we're back into the action, but there's not much new here. A shotgun is used briefly before switching to an assault rifle, though I don't recognize these weapons. If you do, let me know what they are in the comments below. We've seen these enemies before, but we're again killing some Assembler, Nullifiers, and later Observers here who seem to be giving Ryder some trouble. So he uses his jetpack to get out of trouble. Right near the end, we see that overload ability pay off as it's charged up and used against this observer, before finally we get to see the jetpack in action one last time, allowing Ryder to float in the air while laying down some fire. Then it's logo and release date time. Yep, Mass Effect comes out March 21st in the US and the 23rd in the UK. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the menus. That's everything I noticed in the trailer. Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments below. And for more on Mass Effect, keep it right here on IGN.